One lady who is very passionate about motorbikes and raising awareness of safety is Margaret Bingham from Leeds. She's grieving her son Ciaran, who was just 19 when he died after he was involved in a motorbike accident. Morning to you, Margaret. Are you all right?
Morning, I'm fine, thank you.
First of all, let's just talk about motorbikes generally. When Ciaran came to you and said, I want a motorbike, did the fear of God just come into you that this is just not a safe way to get around?
I've always had a fear of motorbikes, so when Ciaran did come home with his motorbike, I just panicked, and every time he went out on the bike, I never settled until he got back, or he rang me when he'd got where he needed to be. He loved sport, he loved rugby, he loved boxing. He was lively, he was fun to be with, witty.
When did he get an interest in bikes?
From about 2 years old. He could ride a two-wheeler without stabilisers on it too.
So this was always his passion?
So he's died doing something that he loved. You don't realise the impact that it has on your life, you know, when you love somebody and they die so suddenly.
I've said on this programme before, I don't know how a parent ever gets over the death of their child, because it's not the way it's meant to be. Have you worked out what the kick was for him? Was it the speed? Was it the fact that he hadn't got that 2 tons of metal around him that protects cars and drivers and HGVs and all that business? What was the thrill for him? Did he ever tell you?
He just loved the feeling of being free and the wind blowing in his face. He just felt totally free.
The day he went out and was killed, was he wearing his leathers?
No.
From your perspective as a mother, when that call came, did they come to your house? How did you find out about it?
The police came to the house and said that Ciaran had been involved in an accident, and they took me over to Pinderfields. And when I got there, Ciaran were on a life support machine. Then he was later transferred to neuro-intensive care at LGI, who I must say, staff on there are absolutely brilliant.
How are you remembering Ciaran at this point? Because you said he was a funny lad and sense of humour.
If Ciaran stayed at Bethany's, that's his girlfriend, he'd ring me at least 3 times a day. That Monday were no different to any other day. I came home, had his tea, told me how much he loved me. We spoke about lots of things that night. He told me he was staying at Bethany's, and because of weather conditions that week, he said he'd be staying at home rest at week. But that never happened.
Bethany's in the studio with us. Are you okay to talk to us? What was he like from your perspective?
It was really one of the most nicest people you'd ever meet.
How long had you been together?
Well, I met him when I was 14, and then we started going out when I was 15. And I'm 18 now, so I feel you, yeah.
How did you feel about his motorbike?
I let him do what he wanted, because I didn't want him to have no regrets. But I always warned him on it, and I always told him it can only take one person to knock you off, and then you've had it, you know. So I always warned him about it. I haven't moved on properly yet, I'm still grieving.
Are you angry at all that this happened? Because this wasn't him falling off his bike.
Yeah, I am angry, yeah. Because at the end of the day, it's a young life lost that could have been prevented, you know.
Do you think he was the one for you?
Yeah, definitely.
Had you talked about engagement and things like that?
Yeah.
How are you, Mum? Are you angry?
If you really want me to tell you what I think, I will tell you. My heart goes out to the driver. I'm a mother of 5 boys, and I could be in his mother's position now. And he's got same sentence as me. He's got life.
I think that's incredible, because I don't know whether I could be that magnanimous to see it from his perspective. I'm sure that driver didn't go out that day intending to kill your son.
No, we didn't.
Have you seen this person?
Yeah.
What did you say to him?
Just what I've said to you now.
I'm going to take a piece of music and we'll come back at BBC Radio Leeds. It's Alex Belfield in the morning, coming on 9:20. It's Alex Belfield in the morning at BBC Radio Leeds. If you want to get through to the programme, 0845 303 3333 is my number on the text 81333. Start your message with Leeds, standard rates apply. We're talking to Margaret Bingham this morning from Leeds, a local mum who lost her son, aged 19, in a terrible motorcycle accident. We were just talking there about your forgiveness. Is that on some religious level, or is that just on a humane level, that you just can't hold this bitterness because that's going to eat you alive? Whatever happened that day was not intentional. It wasn't deliberate. It was an accident. Is that how you're dealing with it?
I am actually a devout Catholic, but it's humane as well as on religious grounds. I am truly compassionate towards this man.
You said something very interesting there, because I know Ciaran was involved with the Hunslet Club, which you're raising money for. We're going to talk about that next. I know Ciaran had 4 brothers. How are they doing?
The older 3 don't like speaking about it. They're just absolutely devastated, as is the younger one. I got scarred in Murfield, so does Bethany. It's a voluntary place that counsel people that have been involved in RTAs or families that have lost a loved one.
Do you ask God why? Why you? Why this needed to happen?
Sometimes, yes, I do. But I've got a few good friends, and one of them gave me a book, and it's called Every Day's a Gift. And it's got dates on of every day, year, and every day I read that book, and it gives me strength to go on.
What conclusions spiritually have you come to as to why this needed to happen?
I reckon God only takes the best. That's my reasoning behind it.
Big price to pay for you.
Well, you know that when you have your children, they're only a loan. But I never thought I'd pay that loan back sooner than I did.
Bethany said that you're in counselling as well.
Yeah.
Is it helping? Are you able to get any form of closure or move on with your life at all at this point?
Yeah, it's helping, but it'll take a lot of time because it was a big part of my life. So, and we were like inseparable, so...
What did he do to chat you up?
Came up to me.
What did he say?
Can I have your number?
Well, it's an old one, but it's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Were they a good couple?
They were fantastic. I'm sorry I never got to have Bethany as a daughter-in-law, but at the moment we're keeping each other going, aren't we, with this charity work, what we like to call it, isn't it?
Give us something to focus on.
And that's getting us through, really.
Thank you for coming in. If you want to find out more, you can go online at www.hunsletclub.org.uk is the website. Here's his favourite song, Bob Marley and the Wailers, 3 Little Birds. Thank you to Margaret and Bethany. Thanks for coming in.